Hey guys, it's been a while since I've done one of these, but it's time for me to optimize another tips challenge level. So I've actually got a list of about 10 that I want to get through at some point. And this, right now, we're going to be working on primary colors. This is in JBLP1, it's level 68, and I have solved this level before, but I haven't played it in quite a while, so it's going to be interesting. Um, so I'm actually going to start by jumping over to the editor. I've got a pre-prepared editor window here, but you'll notice I've got 5 levels and they're all the same. So what I'm going to do is we're going to look at this level and we're going to see, can it be done in a modular manner? And the answer to that question is a resounding yes. We have this first green room, and then the suction boots and green key affect nothing once we leave here, but the blocks do. So where do the blocks get used? Well, one of them gets used on this bomb, and the other gets used on this bomb. So what that means I can do is on level 3, which I'm actually going to rename this to first third, to second third, and to final third. So it's not third third. So on first third, I'm going to put a socket here, an exit here. We're going to count up 1, 2, 3, 4 chips. So we have 4 chips and 100 seconds. So now that we've gotten that far, we can adjust this version of the level so that none of that plays an impact, and delete these 2 bombs because they're going to be cleared. So what this means is now we're at the cloning part, and we have to work out how to optimize that. Likewise, we can put an exit there, and it goes 1, 2, 3 chips, and 100 seconds as per usual. On the final third, well, I don't need to worry about going back, so we can just put chip here. This is so that I have an extra. Now we'll put him here, so that I can start by just holding right. Now, here's something interesting I'm going to do. Time saves I get don't matter if the glider or walker interferes. But here's the thing about the glider and the walker interfering. I don't know where they're actually going to be. The glider's on a 7 move cycle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the walker is on a 12 move cycle. So every 84 moves they're going to repeat their cycle, and that's quite a distance. So I can't predict where in the cycle I'm going to get there. So what I'm actually going to do is optimize this part with these monsters removed. I will work out the best way of working around them later. And by later, I mean once I get there in the main level itself. Now you could say this is stupid and I shouldn't do that. And you might be right. But I'm not looking for what these rooms yield in terms of a full level time. I'm looking for what is the optimum method of doing each of these rooms. And if that means that I create an inaccurate version of the level that will end up slower, maybe, then at least I know it's going to end up slower, maybe at that point. I'm not going to be adding these times together to try to see if I'm at 338, which is what the bold is. I looked it up before starting this recording. So what does that really mean? Well, what that means is now instead of playing the entire level, so all 3 bits, I have 3 smaller levels that I'm going to be spending most of this time playing. Oh, I need to give this one a time limit, not 1,000 seconds. And once I have those levels optimized, then it's a matter of pushing it all into the big level altogether and just running it through. Now, this looks like it's going to be a bit difficult. Specifically, this teleport section looks kind of nasty to optimize, or to execute perfectly, so this may take me a few tries to get. So with all of that introductory stuff out of the way, I figured it would be good for me to show my process for this sort of thing. Just how I break down a level. That's why I picked this one to begin with. So I'm actually going to run a little test program. Go to Tile World 2, and here we are. Alright, so what I'm now going to do is actually try optimizing this. So I've moved my windows around a bit. Okay, So what do we even have to do? So let's play this through once first. So we take the block, I can block slide it, I can follow it up there. Interestingly enough, we're going to need the green key before coming over here. Oh. Interestingly, I don't appear to need suction boots. Can put that there, loop around here. In fact, I don't need the suction boots. That is a very key realization, because that means the suction boots are now just pure time sink, and I don't need to worry about collecting them. Okay, so what do we want to do with this? This block at the start is a little bothersome.
Bummer.
Okay. Oh, that's a 1.5 weight. Okay, so this is a tricky beginning. Oh, whoa, whoa, what was that? What was that? That was so cool! Okay, I did not realize that could be done, but that's definitely faster. So this is right, right, up, down, and then up.
Bummer.
This is going to take me a little bit.
Bummer.
I might just, once I have a route, cut the recording and splice in the final run once I get it. So that's that bit. And then I suspect the best course of action is probably to ride over here, clear that lock, and then I can take this in here, get this tip, and pull out the rest. Now, this block is important to deal with earlier. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. 73 for the first third. Yeah, okay. So which of these directions is less moves? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 7. So it's both 7.
Bummer. Bummer.
See, I could do that, but that's not good. I pushed up twice. And then it's going to be upright with another spring slide. This is actually a very difficult beginning for how it looks. Like, it is deceptive. So what I still suspect is, wait a minute. I can take that ship at a 2-move cost there. Right. Or when I come up here, on the way to get that key, I can... That would be slide 3, or... Oh, that is also going to be difficult. So basically, what this part is up, up, down, left, down, right. And there's a lot of spring slides here. So that's what it looks like when done at full speed. That's actually, this is going to be a very difficult level. I'm definitely going to cut the recording.
Bummer.
But I think I've got this roots locked down. I'm going to get a reasonably close to perfect run of it. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect. I'll worry about getting it exactly perfect later.
Bummer.
This is a lot harder to execute than I expected. I really should have expected this to be difficult, but I didn't expect the force floor room to get me. Okay, I forgot to take that, which is a small time loss. we'll play this out one more time. I'm so bad at timing these little overrides. If I have to wait exactly one move on an override, that is the timing window I have the most trouble with. What happened there? I went... Okay, that part's actually not as bad as I thought it was. There we go. Alright, so this is one of those things. Like, you can see how I'm developing muscle memory for this as I go. Like, it might be difficult to do, and I forgot to get this, so I've lost 2 moves. But even difficult things, you pick up muscle memory for as you go. Alright, I am confident in that route. So that is the first of 3. Not too bad. So moving on, we've got the cloning part. Now, the thing about this cloning bit is I'm going to have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get rid of those bombs, 6, 7, 8. So no matter what, there would be no collisions at this point. If we clone a 9th, then we gain access to the fire boots, which is all well and good. If we clone 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to start getting a collision. As you can see, they go down and don't quite do what we want. It's not good because we need to send 3 more up this way. So if we go 1, 2, 3, you would assume it would just work. And you'd actually be right, because of a collision that's beneficial. So this room is going to be quite difficult to optimize, because even though it looks simple enough, it has collisions at play. So I'll just take a solve, and we'll switch gears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's see what 13 does. So that creates that. Alright, let's try 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 3, 4. So we're throwing in a weight. So that sends 1 up this way, which is interesting, but I don't think it has quite the result we want. 5, 6, 7, 8. So in the interest of saving myself time going forward, the first 8 are going to be used to clear out bombs. There is no way around that. No, I do need that as part of it. What if we did that? This is going to send 3 fireballs up this way. Oh, one of them got collided off? That doesn't give me access to that one in the corner either. Which is not something I expected to be a problem. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's see what that does. So we don't have up there cleared out like we originally wanted. And we would not get up there cleared out. So basically, all I'm trying to do right now is come up with a way of getting the upper chip removed, or this bomb here removed via collision as quickly as possible. So that's 8. And I can stop and think. So what do we need to do? So the first one that comes down here, so if we go 1, 2... Can I do anything with taking, like, this lowest chip? No, that's bad. Because we need it to go up this, which means I need my collision to send 1 back along this route. Which is actually pretty difficult to do. So I'm going to clone 2 more. Like sending 3 out here. Wait. Wait. So here's what I just realized. That's mistimed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then...
Bummer.
Interesting, I could actually have a clone one. So what I realized could theoretically be done is have a fireball come through here, have another fireball... Wait, no, that actually won't. Okay, so what I was going to try and do was clone a fireball so that it went up along this path here, and then deflected this one back up. But it would require them to collide here, which doesn't work. So my next thought is the 1, 2, 3 process to get rid of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, let's see what that does. Oh, separating them by 5 doesn't work, so I have to... Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this isn't gonna work because I messed up slightly. Man, maybe I should just get 3 circling there. What happens if I just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and clone 2 more? Like, what if we got 3 in there? That is not gonna work. But that is. Okay, so the entire reason I did that was because I saw the potential idea of why not deflect fireballs down here? Which, if they get deflected off of this fireball, then they'd go up like this, and they would eventually get to this bomb. So what that means I can actually do, and I could also spend 2 more to adjust cycles and get the other bomb so I can save 2 on the way to the red key. So what that means that I can actually do is still start by cloning 10. Wait 4, clone 2, wait 4, clone 2. Wait 4, clone 2. That doesn't feel right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I'm correct, this is going to work. This is not going to be fast enough, but it's going to work. So this is my first decently fast effort. You can see how complicated cloning stuff gets. I've been messing around for about 10 minutes on this now, and I have something that's fast-ish. Ish. I do really think that I want to have the 1, 2, 3 in there, though. Because going 1, 2, 3 is really, really solid. So anyway, we are at 24, 25. So I'm just going to move on to the third for now. or the final third, and just see about how long it takes, see how much time I need to save on the cloning, because the cloning is the only part that's going to take an appreciably it's the only part that can be sped up by an appreciable amount. So we're going to pop out here. Gonna pop out up here where we can start doing things. Go up here. I'm not sure I want to go in there yet. In fact, I know I don't. Oh no. Oh no, there's a walker luck at the very end. No. Is there? No, no, there's not. There is, but it's not that bad. Okay, so here's the plan. What? Oh. So go up here, get that, get that. So then, this part is where things get really interesting. How do we teleport quickly? So, I'm going to look at this and we're going to study it. So I'm thinking that once we get the flippers, the actual best course of action is going to be to walk to the flippers, no questions asked. So that means from... Let's clear out what can be stepped on. So that means from here, we are 3 tiles away from this chip, which is the least we're ever going to be. Because we can't emerge from this teleport in this direction. So we walk to this chip. Now, I believe that what we really want to do is enter this teleport in a downward direction. Which means we'd like to enter this one upward. Which means so we can just do that. And we can adjust cycles by pushing the tank button once when we first get up there. Not a big deal. Okay, so that's just a hold right once we emerge. So, I mean, this goes... Whoops, wasted 2. So that is 17, 25, 24. That altogether adds up to 49.66. So this room needs work, because remember, the bold takes 62 seconds. Now, there is some in execution here. I will say that kind of boosting string feels really good to pull off. So 16, 25, 24 is 65. So we're getting there. But we still need to save a few seconds somewhere. And remember, there are different decimals here, and I do have 2 moves to save on this one. This is just me making sure I remember my route for this. Because this is the thing that's going to stick in memory. There we go. That is exactly how that's supposed to go. So I actually have 3 moves on this. I forgot to get that chip. So I still have 2 moves to save on whatever I get here. This is actually a really fun stretch to play. This almost feels like Twisted Chambers Light, and that's kind of a good thing. I I have the bold, the twisted chambers lying around, and I haven't even tried executing it yet because it's so evil. I don't even know if what I just did there was faster, actually. Was that faster? I don't know, I just did it. It's like we came up through here. That was faster. It's like once we come up through here for this block loop, it's either 1, 2, 3, 4 moves to get to here, right? 5 to get to here. Or we ride, we take 1, 2, 3, 4. So that saves a move. Plus I saved 2 here. So we are at a high 76. This still needs work. This I want to play out one more time. Because this is important to get right on this timing.
Bummer.
Okay, so... Oops. I'm still not convinced I have this part optimized perfectly yet. But that part is not quite as bad to execute as I expected it to be. Wait a minute. Okay, now I thought I had something on chip collection in the upper section, but I don't. With the glider. In the glider room that I've removed the glider from. The reason I thought I had something was I saw that I was not walking through the ice corner. If I could walk through the ice corner, let's just go up there. So if we could walk through this ice corner, it would be from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it doesn't matter what order we get these chips in. So what we do here is going to be dependent on the glider when we arrive. It is objectively worth waiting until we have the flippers. Likewise, that chip is maybe worth waiting on as well, depending on the walker. So here's my next thought on this room. Oh. Let's try that. I pushed left. This is going to be a very frustrating section to get in the actual level. Alright, let's find out if that was faster. Tab to play it back. I think that was faster. Nice. Inching ever closer. So this room, perfect. This room, perfect. This room, not perfect. And this is where the fact that I have these 100-second time limits helps. So we've got, as I've already said, we have a 76.6 or something. We have an 84.6 or something, which means we can add those numbers together and be pretty close. I'd say if I were to play everything out, this would come out to like a 334, maybe 335.0. So I need to save about 3-4 seconds in this room. So that basically means was the moment I hit, let's just do that, to find out what the decimal on this is. Alright, the moment I hit, I think, 79, I'm good. So unfortunately, this is where things do start to break down a little bit. It is not always logical to find a cloning route. I've pushed this pretty far on my own so far, but I am almost at a loss here. I have a couple ideas of what needs to be done. It's just a matter of finding the right cloning pattern to do it. So remember, what we're trying to do here is get either a fireball to go up this row, to go up one of these two columns here. Either one will do, actually. Is there a way I can get one up this one? You are kidding me. How many was that? That was 16. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Bummer.
I lost count there?
Bummer.
Okay, so we're definitely going to want to slip in through the fire boot side. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Bummer.
Okay, no, can't quite go in there yet. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What did I say I needed to get? So that can still be polished up slightly, but that's what I was missing. So we now have 22, 24, and 16. 22, 24, 16 comes out to 62. So this room needs a little bit more polish to get to that 338, but I think I've got it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I wonder if I don't want to take... Oh, wait, no, because that lets me take that 2-move shortcut there. One, two, three, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So every move counts here, because remember, we have that glider cycle we haven't even started working on yet. Oh, that is so good! Alright. That room, that room, that room. Now it's time to work on the main level. Thank you. I don't know why that's always a pain to do. Okay, so now we're going to try executing this, and I expect to be here for a little bit. So I'm probably going to either record a few attempts and then cut and then splice in the finished one, and then like post-commentate it, or I'm just going to include all of my attempts if it doesn't take me too long to get. So there's either going to be a cut here, or there's going to be a splice here. Or I'll have an annotation pointing to wherever I finish. I don't know. If there's an annotation, you'll know. So in the meantime, I'm just going to start doing attempts. So this is potentially the annoying bit. Why did I hit right? But like you saw earlier in the session, I was having a little trouble with some of these sections. Oh, I hit down too early. And now I'm just getting this beginning every time. So yeah, if you have trouble hitting like any boosting string, don't despair. You do get the hang of it once you get it once or twice. Why did I go around the long way? So yeah, I'm gonna be mostly quiet while attempting this, I think, just because more focus on the game. So sorry about this part if it's not too entertaining, but this is what the other side of optimizing looks like. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't think I mentioned it earlier, but it's a lot easier to lose count if you're not counting in like a multiple like that. So by counting in multiples of 4, I get to have an easy time of it. Alright. Oh, I got it already! The walker saved me! So, yeah, that is... we're gonna watch this back. This is the bold to primary colors. I was not expecting to get that so quickly. That was not perfect either. Alright, so let's just analyze where I lost moves. So this first part, I played until I got it perfect. I'm just in a little bit of shock that I got it. So that part, flawless. This part, as I said, clone 16. Generally, you want to think this kind of thing through, but sometimes you just need to experiment, and what better way to experiment than just constantly cloning? So I spend 2 moves, and I save 2 moves as a direct result of that spend. I lost 1 or 2 moves there, but as a result didn't have to worry about that walker. Okay. So if I was here faster, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is this 339 potential? I made a mistake on my ordering on these chips. So it's like, once we're here, remember, we've moved 4 steps, so the glider was here. We'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So gliders here, 7 gliders here, 8 gliders here, 9, 10 gliders here. No wait, no detour. Now here's the other thing. If we get here faster, which I know we can get here 1 or 2 moves faster, are like not offset with the tanks, which 4, 5. I know it sounds like I'm speaking a foreign language here. Okay, so if we play perfectly, we can ignore both of these things and treat this as just a regular ball. If we play perfectly. So if we play perfectly, we're 5 moves ahead of where we currently are, which means this glider is 5 moves. So we're 5 moves ahead, so the glider would be 5 moves farther back on its cycle. So it would be here. Which means... oh. Right, over here. That had no mistakes. Okay, so the glider would still be 5 moves ahead on its cycle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'd be here and here. Here, gliders here. Take the chip, gliders here. Water, glider, chip, glider, chip, glider, chip, glider, chip, glider, wait 1, and then just run through here. No, we can't do that. We'd have to take the ice corner. But with this chip untaken, I don't know where this walker would be. But that's still faster, because at worst we're waiting 1 move on this. Okay, so I don't know if this is actually going to pan out. I would assume it won't. But I'm just going to keep recording and see how it goes.
Bummer.
Oh, I miscounted. Okay, so that was all based on a miscount. There's barely not enough moves to get away with that. That being said, there are enough moves for 50% chance of taking this chip here, the chip 1 up, 1 left of where I currently am, and come through down here. However, that throws off all my counts on the glider. And that does complicate things. So what that means is I can be... Like, that was a perfect run through this point. Had I gone left, right, down, down, and the glider chose to go, and the walker chose to go up, then I could just go like so. This means the walker can definitely be in a position where I can take the ice corner shortcut and save an additional 1 move, however, over the glider, if the glider cooperates. Which means skip ahead to here. Okay. So that means the walker would be here. Right? I'm trying to think. It's like, when I got here... Actually, wait, how many moves ahead was I? Let me rewind. Not that far, just to here. So this is a little annoying to mess with, as I'm sure you can see. So basically, I stepped here. So I was 3 moves ahead. So I was 1. So I did lose 1, and I counted my loss of the blue key correctly. So what that means is... we are actually 3 moves ahead of the walker cycle. Of the glider. So we get here 3 moves faster, which means the glider's here, which means we have to wait 1 before merging in. Right? No. If the glider is 1, 2, 3, we have to wait 2, which means we end up equalized to my proposed 5 scenario. Which means there's no reason not to do everything here. We gain back the 1, we get all equalized, and though I could save there, it doesn't matter. I got lucky. Okay, so basically I thought I had 339, but further analysis showed that this is only going to stay at 338, and I've been recording for 45 minutes now. So, thanks for watching. Hope the process of how I handle a more modular level was interesting. I do try if I know I'm going. I have do look at the levels before I start recording, but I don't think about how I would have to go fast in them. I only look at the level and it's like, okay, how would I break this down for a process? So I think about the process I'm going to take, but I don't think about the details of that process. So for this particular level, I knew I was going to break it down into chunks by the editor and then optimize those chunks, which I spent a half hour doing. And I showed you how I broke it down. And so in other cases, I'll just break down one part of the level in the editor, but in this one, the entire thing. And altogether, 338 on primary colors. So yeah, JB, that's a confirm. But for now, that's it for today. Yeah, hope you enjoyed, and later.